the last lecture, we have discussed the basis for the number system, the real numbers, that is, I think you now know what are the real numbers, and real number is a collection of rational and irrational numbers. Rational numbers are in the form of p upon q or in form of decimals. They are terminating or non-terminating repeating decimal, and irrational numbers are non-terminating non-repeating decimals. Now in this lecture, first of all, or in the following lectures, we will discuss all the questions of your NCERT book one by one, and after that we'll do some assignments which will be very useful for your examination. And I assure you that when you do this, all questions of this NCERT and the assignment I'll give to you or will discuss in the coming lectures, I assure you that you will get 100% marks in your examination. So let us start with the exercise 1.1 of your NCERT book. You can open your NCERT book and then do it. You should always have your NCERT book with you. Okay, in your NCERT book, the question number 1 of exercise 1.1. Now, in question number 1, it being asked, is 0 a rational number? Or you can write in the form p upon q, where p and q are integers. Yes, students, 0 is a rational number. Why 0 is a rational number? Because you can write 0 as 0 upon 1, which of the form p upon q, where q is not equal to 0. So yes, 0 is a rational number. When we are discussing the rational number, I also told you that 0 is a rational number. So 0 एक rational number होता है. Now after that, you have to find in question number 2, you have to find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. Now how you have to find the rational numbers between two rational numbers? But before that, you must know that there are infinite numbers of rational numbers between two rational numbers. Infinite, because the rational numbers are terminating as well as non-terminating repeating decimals. So you have to find in question number 2 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. So this is the terminating decimal, so you can easily write 6 rational number between them, like you can write 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5 and 3.6. These are the terminating decimals between 3 and 4. So these are 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. You can write like this also. In place of 3.1, you can write 31 upon 10. You can write 32 upon 10. You can write 33 upon 10. You can write 34 upon 10. 34 upon 10. 34 upon 10. You can write, and so on. So these are 6 rational numbers between these 3 and 4. Now after that, in question number 3, you have to find 5 rational numbers between 3 upon 5 and 4 upon 5. See in your book, all of you, 3 upon 4 and 4 upon 5. This is 3 upon 5 and 4 upon 5. Now always remember that whenever you have the fractions and you have to find a rational number between them, their denominator should be same. Their denominator should be same. Now in this question, the denominator is same. So you can easily find 5 rational number between them. One method that you can write 3.1 upon 5, 3.2 upon 5, 3.3 upon 5, 3.4 upon 5 and so on. These are the rational number between them. But when you have to find large numbers of rational number between the two given rational numbers, to try to multiply numerator and denominator by 10. So it will be 30 upon 50 and it will become 40 upon 50. 30 upon 50 and 40 upon 50. These two rational numbers will remain same as 3 upon 5 and 4 upon 5. Now you can easily now write infinite number of rational numbers between these two rational numbers. One is, now you can easily tell, it is 31 upon 50, 32 upon 50, 33 upon 50, and so on. It will be 34 upon 50, 35 upon 50. These are 5 rational numbers between 3 upon 5 and 4 upon 5. So suppose if the denominator of rational numbers are not same, and you have to find the large number of rational numbers between the two rational numbers. Suppose we have 3 upon 2 and 2 upon 3. You have to find 2 or 3 rational numbers between them. So first of all, make that denominator same. The LCM of these 2, 3 and 2 is 6. Make the denominator same. Now you know how to take the LCM. Now 6 divided by 3 it is 2, that is 4. And 2 divided by 6 it is 3, 3 3s are 9. So you can write 4 upon 6 and 9 upon 6 in place of 2 upon 3 and 3 upon 4. Now you can easily find 3 to 4, 5 rational number between these two. Now suppose you have to find 10 rational numbers between these two. So what you have to do? You simply multiply numerator and denominator by 10, and you can write many rational numbers between these two, like 41 upon 60, 42 upon 60, 43 upon 60, and so on. You can write infinite number of rational numbers. So students, these are the method to find the rational numbers between two given rational numbers. Try to make the denominator same. Okay. So in question number 4, it is given that you have to say true or false in this. First is, every natural number is a whole number. You have to find whether it is true or false. Yesterday, or rather in the last lecture, we have learned to the rational number, what are real numbers, what are natural numbers, what are whole numbers, and so on. Now in the first part, it is being asked whether all natural numbers are whole number. So natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, and the whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Now if you see carefully, all these natural number belongs to this whole number. So it means yes, all natural numbers are whole numbers. But if we reverse it, that if I ask whether all whole numbers are natural number, no, all whole numbers are not natural number, because 0 is not a natural number. So we can say that in the first part of this question number 4, every natural number is a whole number. Yes, it is true, because all natural numbers lie in the whole number itself. So this is the first part of this question number 4. Now in second part, every integer is a whole number. Every integer is a whole number. So what are the integers? We have done in the last lecture. Integers are negative numbers, positive numbers including 0. Now what are whole numbers? We have just discussed whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Now it being asked whether all integers are whole numbers. No, we cannot say that all integers are whole number, because the negative integers not lie in this whole numbers. So we can say that no, not every integer is not a whole number. But the reverse of this is true, because all whole numbers, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 belongs to this integer. So you must know the left to right whether it is true or right to left it is true. So the second part is false. Now the third part, read it very carefully. Every rational number is a whole number. Every rational number is a whole number. We have discussed in the last lecture what are the rational numbers. Rational numbers are in P upon Q form. They are the terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal. So in this third part, it is being asked whether rational numbers, every rational number is a whole number. No. Why? It is not true. Because let us say 2 upon 3 is a rational number. This is a rational number, but it is not whole number. It is not whole number. So every rational number is not a whole number. But let us say the reverse of it, whether all whole numbers are rational numbers. If it is whether all whole numbers are rational numbers, let us take the whole numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now we can put 1 below them. Now they comes in the form P upon Q. So every whole number is a rational number. But in the third part, it being asked whether all rational numbers are whole number. So it is false, because I have just given you the example of 2 upon 3, which is a rational number, but it is not a whole number. But it is not a whole number. So this is the exercise 1.1 of your NCERT book, and as I have just told you that we'll discuss each and every question of your NCERT book. After that, we will discuss some extra questions which will be very useful for your examination. You should have a faith on me that if you follow the steps I told you, you will get a certainly very good marks in your examination. Okay, so the first exercise is very simple, and it has very less question, on 4 questions, as well in the second exercise we have only 4 questions, and in this 2 questions are based on the constructions. So you should have your geometry box with you when we do the when you are seeing this lecture or doing the construction. So first question is of the true or false type question. Now if you see the question number 1 of exercise 1.2, I am taking this exercise 2 also in this lecture, because first 2 exercises are very easy. So that is why I am taking the second exercise also in this lecture, and I am trying to be brief in each lecture so that you should understand them very quickly, and you should have a good command on these questions. You first of all always do the NCERT book first, and after that you can do any book, or you can follow my assignment I will discuss in the lectures, or you can follow any book, or you can have any book, you can do it. So in exercise 1.2, let us take the question number 1. Open your book. In question number 1, it being asked whether every irrational number is a real number. So yesterday we have discussed the real number. I am recalling it. Now what are real numbers? We have done yesterday. Real numbers. Real numbers are rational numbers and irrational numbers. We have discussed yesterday. And rational number, I am telling you again and again this lecture also, they are in the P upon Q form. They are in the form of P upon Q, and or terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal, and irrational numbers are non-terminating, non-repeating decimals. You should have a good command, or you should know very well what are real numbers and rational number or irrational number. And those square root which is not perfect, yesterday I told you that is root 2, root 3, these are irrational number. Why? Because they are non-terminating, non-repeating. If you find their values using a long division method, and square root 4 is a rational number because square root 4 is equal to 2, so it is a rational number because square root 4 is equal to 2. So in the first part, let us come to the first part of this question number 1. Every irrational number is a real number. Yes, every irrational number is a real number. Yes, because real number is a collection of rational numbers and irrational numbers. So every irrational number is a real number. The first part. Now the third part is just the reverse of it. Read the third part, we will discuss the second after that. Every real number is an irrational number. It being asked whether every real number is an irrational number. No, you see the diagram. Real numbers are the collection of rational number and irrational number. So it is false. Because real number is a collection of rational number and irrational numbers. So this is the third part. Every irrational number are real number, but every real number are not rational number because real number are rational numbers also. Okay. So this is the first and second part of question number 1. Now in the second part of this question, every point on the number line is of the form root n, where n is a natural number. Now this is false. Why? Because if you find the square root of a negative number, then it will not lie on the number line. That is root 4, you can write it and you can mark on the number line. Root 3 also you can mark on the number line. We will discuss how to find the square root of, mark square root of 3 or root 5 or root 2 on a number line, which is in question number 3 of this. But we will discuss in the end of this chapter, at the end when we will do all the question of this chapter, and at the end we will do the construction. So this is the question number 1 of the second exercise. Now question number 2 of exercise 1.2. All square root of positive integers are irrational number. और ये मैं आपको पहले बता चुका हूँ कि all square roots are not irrational number. मैंने एग्जाम्पल भी दिया था आपको कि no, because square root of 4, बार बार मैं आपको यार एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूँ, this is equal to 2 which is a rational number. तो सारे square root irrational number नहीं होते हैं, केवल वही स्क्वायर रूट इरेशनल नंबर होते हैं जो कि परफेक्ट नहीं होते, देन दोस आर नोन एज irrational number. Otherwise those square roots which are perfect, then those square roots are rational numbers. तो ये आपको बहुत अच्छे से, फॉर एग्जांपल लेट अस टेक अनदर एग्जांपल, रूट 9 स्क्वायर रूट है लेकिन ये irrational number नहीं है because it is equal to 3 which is a rational number. So in this question number 3 and 4, these are the construction, or you have to mark the square root 2, square root 3, square root 5 on a number line. This we will discuss at the end of this chapter because some more questions are there in the coming exercise to do the construction. So we will do all the construction at a time in the last lecture of this chapter. So you first of all do this question number 1 and 2 of this exercise 1.1 all questions and 1.2 only first and second question. How to mark a square root on a number line, this we will discuss in the last lectures of this chapter. then we'll discuss it, because we need the compass and the scale and the protector to mark the square root 2 or square root 3, square root 5 on the number line. So that's all in this lecture, in which we have discussed the exercise 1.1 and 1.2. In the coming lectures, we'll discuss the next exercise of the NCERT book. As I already told you that we will discuss all the questions of the NCERT book, and after that I'll give you some important questions for the examination point of view, and certainly they will help you to score good marks in your examination. Thank you. Jai Hind.